Tesla stock is down about 1% today. And yeah, today is a pretty volatile day, so things could change here in the last hour or so of trading. But it is a slight down day for Tesla. And here in this video, I will share with you all of the news you need to know and why Tesla stock could be falling today. And it actually has to do with autonomous ride-hailing services, potentially, in China, as well as Nvidia. See, Tesla's stock today was actually up over 1% at the start of the trading day. And there's good news today. Of the good news today that initially sent Tesla stock higher was legendary investor and billionaire Ray Dalio recently initiated a new $62 million stake in Tesla according to a new 13F filing. Ray is the founder of Bridgewater Associates, one of the world's largest hedge funds. This is a 13F filing, which means he initiated his $62 million position in Q4 of 2024. And we will know if he is continuing to add to this position or not in 2025, well, the next 13F filing that comes out in Q2. But this does look to be positive news. Now, from what I can tell, this is the only negative news today for Tesla, or what you could kind of say could be negative. Nvidia released their 13F filings. The company added Nebius and WRD as new positions. They removed NanoX Imaging, SoundHound, and Serve Robotics. Okay, Nebius, stock I invest in, really underlooked company. We talk about that from time to time, but it's actually WeRide here that could be the negative driver for Tesla stock today. Now, Nvidia purchased about 1.7 million shares, about $24.5 million or so. So it's like a drop in the bucket for Nvidia. It really does not mean much at all. But WeRide is an autonomous, ride-hailing platform in China. WeRide, also known as WeRide, is a Chinese autonomous driving company that specializes in developing level 4 autonomous driving technologies. The company was founded in 2017 and is headquartered in Guangzhou, China. WeRide focuses on creating autonomous vehicles that can operate without human intervention in specific areas, such as designated zones or routes. Their technology integrates sensors, artificial intelligence, and mapping data to enable self-driving cars to navigate complex environments. WeRide has partnered with various companies, including Renault and Nissan, to test and deploy its autonomous driving systems. The company has also received a significant funding from investors, including a $600 million Series C funding round in 2021. So, does this matter in the grand scope of things? I do not think so. But as there has, been more, concern in recent weeks over what Tesla's position in the autonomous driving market is going to look like in China. Really, some of this fear came to a head when BYD announced that they were going to put their software in their BYD vehicles. This came out just like a week ago or so. And now you have Nvidia that is taking, albeit a small stake, in a Chinese autonomous driving company. It's just not a great look for Tesla. And I think that is part of the reason why Tesla is trading lower today. Now, the other thing that I can point out is you hit resistance today. And if you don't break out above resistance, it usually serves as resistance. And that is here at this line I've had marked on the charts now heading into today at about $362 per share. You almost hit that perfectly and then got rejected. And then it just looks like the sellers kind of took over from there. Again, I do not think this matters at all for Tesla. I don't think Tesla should be down on this stake by Nvidia in this Chinese autonomous driving company. I don't think this company is going to dominate in China, compared to Tesla, right? It's like a Waymo version, just not as developed of a Waymo version in China. I think Tesla is going to be very successful in China, and this really doesn't change anything. Now, the Tesla Optimus X account says, wish me luck with this photo of Optimus holding a bouquet of roses. And we actually have a pretty damn cool update for the Robotaxi app. Tesla app updates iOS, writes on X, I'm thrilled to announce that the very first lines of Robotaxi code are here. The first endpoint implemented is a feedback screen that allows users to rate the cleanliness of the vehicle and upload photos. The endpoint is named Rides Feedback Upload. The feature is coming soon, and you could see more of the app here. Allows you to control the climate of the vehicle, right? You got your summon button, how far or how long it's going to take for the car to actually pick you up, notifications that the car is arriving, and then how long it's actually going to take for your ride to commence. So definitely looks like we are making some progress from the interface of the Robotaxi app. Now, we're expecting this is going to launch in June, and it is critical that it launches in June. Without a June launch, yeah, Tesla stock is going lower, or at least not going to continue to soar higher, as I think it will. Good news is this is pretty good confirmation that a June launch is still coming. Also, what could be driving down Tesla stock today is, again, news that already circulated before, but is circulating again, that Elon Musk has been sleeping on the floor of his government office across from the White House, as per People magazine. So again, fears that Elon is somehow not CEO anymore or not in control of Tesla. Although we all know Elon does not have to be there running day-to-day operations at Tesla. They have managers for that. Tesla, really, Elon is there for major decisions, right? That's what CEOs are paid for, is to make decisions. And Elon is perfectly capable of doing that anywhere in the world. Tesla has activated cabin radar after 3 years, offers free replacement for some vehicles. Tesla says cabin radar can detect the presence of people inside the vehicle and use the measurements to determine occupancy. Cabin radar supports certain vehicle and safety features, such as occupancy detection for the front passenger seat. While Tesla previously used seat sensors for this purpose, the radar will be more accurate and enable dynamic airbag deployment based on passenger size and positioning. According to the Model Y owner's manual, this cabin radar is only available for 2022 and later Model Y vehicles manufactured as of approximately early November 2021. The feature is also expected to come to the new Model 3 Highland refresh and the Cybertruck. Tesla says that the special $249 a month lease pricing for the Model 3 in the US will end on March 3rd. Ford CEO Jim Farley says factory jobs are at risk if Trump repeals EV credits. He says, quote, we've already sunk capital, even though we've rationalized it, in battery production and assembly plants all through Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, and Tennessee, Farley said. And many of those jobs will be at risk if the IRA is appealed. There's a very underserved group of people where actually running an EV is cheaper than an internal combustion product, he said. But these very large EVs that cost 50, 60, 70,000, we don't believe that's the future. Blake Scholl on X says he predicts that Uber's take on this will not age well and Uber will regret shutting its autonomy project. Yesterday, Elon Musk met with India's Prime Minister Modi, and he said, quote, it was a delight to meet Mr. Elon Musk's family and talk about a wide range of subjects. And here we can see an image today from Tesla's Texas facility where there's some new Model Ys now in the outbound lot, as well as Cybertrucks and older Model Ys. But the new Model Ys you can see here, very easy to spot the difference with the bumpers. So this is a new Model Y, that's a new Model Y, and that is a new Model Y, showing that new Model Y production is, well on its way. You can also see via this video that Joe Tetmeyer put together, a new production line is starting on what he says the 3rd floor of the Texas facility. So is this for cheaper, lower price Teslas that are supposed to launch here anytime in the first half of 2025? Possibly. And well, that's exactly what you need to see for Tesla stock. So while a lot of people have recently panicked and been freaking out about, Tesla stock, you can actually see the business of Tesla has been making some incredible progress. I mean, I think it's hard to be bearish when you have so many things going right at Tesla. And maybe I'm biased here, but I mean, there's I don't think anything to be concerned with. I mean, I struggle to find a bear case on Tesla as long as Robotaxi comes in June, Tesla launches lower priced, cheaper Teslas in the first half of this year. I don't think there's much to be concerned with. I think hedge funds and institutions echo that same sentiment. In the option orders today from Big Money, you have 144 different trades totaling $312 million with a positive order value of 84%. So it's very positive, in other words, from quote unquote smart money. They're taking this opportunity to get some leveraged exposure to the upside in Tesla stock. Now, as I have reported now to you guys many times, you are also at a record low short interest. So over the last 6 weeks, you've seen over 21 million shares get covered in Tesla stock. Like a 40% reduction in the overall short position since Tesla's all-time highs. So as Tesla's stock has been falling, hedge funds have not been adding to their short positions. They have been covering on those short positions. And I can only imagine that is because we're launching the Robotaxi network this year. We're launching the new Model Y that is just, already in production. Newer, lower priced Teslas. Possibly multiple different models will be coming this year. FSD is likely to launch in the Chinese market. So many things, again, are going right at Tesla. That's why the short interest is at an all-time low. You've never seen the short interest this low, at 2.13%. And that's as good of a sign as you'll ever get that Tesla stock's probably going higher in the, medium term versus lower. Now, we don't have much for broader market news today. A couple different things I will share with you now. U.S. Treasury Besant says Trump wants frictionless trade. U.S. Treasury's Besant says we'll see how trading partners respond. If Trump needs to, he will implement tariffs. And apparently the Pentagon is preparing for potential cuts from Doge. We did get retail sales that came out well below expectations. We were expecting negative 0.1% month over month, and we actually came in at negative 0.9% month over month. So that was much weaker than expected, which let's check together what Treasury yields are doing. Treasury yields are down 7 basis points on this data today, down to 4.45%, below that important level of 4.5%. So this retail sales data is actually pretty important, and I think that's why you have a lot of risk on areas of our markets actually doing well today. Now, export prices month over month came in at positive 1.3%, not exactly great. Import prices month over month came in at 0.3%. And then you have industrial production month over month at 0.5%. Capacity utilization at 77.8%. That's actually moving up. Business inventories at negative 0.2%, which should bring down the estimate for GDP, especially with that business inventory number. And yep, yesterday we were at 2.9% expected Q1 GDP. Now we are at 2.3% expected GDP for Q1. So that was actually a big downward revision to the forecast, if you will, based on the data today. The CNN Fear and Greed Index today is moving lower a little bit, down to 45. Yesterday, you were at 46. The percent of stocks trading above their 50-day moving average moving up a little bit, up about 1.6% today to 52.59%. And again, your AI investor sentiment survey that came out yesterday shows bearish investors are at a multi-year high. You have not been this bearish since like 2022, early 2023. So yeah, investors are very fearful at 47.3%, neutral investors at 24.3%, and bullish investors at 28.4%. Now, keep that in mind because the S&P has broke to a new all-time high today. But more importantly, you're breaking a downtrending pattern we have been in for about the last month or 3 weeks or so, where you've been downtrending, finding resistance at this trend line. You're now above that pretty firmly. This could break us out to a new range, potentially SPY in the 620s or so. Could come as soon as next week, although I do expect it will come over the next couple of weeks. And I do think this likely means a bigger breakout for Tesla stock. Now, again, we hit resistance at our resistance line. That's not a big shocker considering some of the, headlines out there that Elon is not working at Tesla anymore, that Nvidia is investing in a Chinese, autonomy company in China. Some of those headlines definitely dragging on Tesla today, but I think there is a lot to be optimistic about, and really I think Tesla should be a lot higher than where it is today at $350 per share. What about $550? Like, Tesla's about to launch a fully autonomous FSD, right, in Texas, and the robo-taxi network. Like, come on now. I think that is heavily being discounted in Tesla stock. And the fact that it looks like Tesla is gearing up to start production of cheaper Teslas as well, I think is also big news that, Wall Street's not really paying attention to right now. And I do think this is the start of a larger rally. First, we got to get above 362. Then you got to break above your 20-day moving average, and ultimately break above your 50-day moving average and this downtrending trend line. When you break above this trend line, that's where things get really exciting. And right about now, this trend line is at about 395. But as the days go on, this trend line gets lower. So ultimately, by February 26th, a couple weeks from now, you're only going to need to break above about 380 to break this downtrending trend and to break into a new uptrend. When you break into a new uptrend, that is when you're going to have a larger rally for Tesla. It happens pretty much every time when Tesla breaks out of a longer term, downtrend, the stock rallies. I mean, you can even see that here. Last time that happened was around the election when you broke out above this, gapped up, and, Tesla stock went insane. Okay. It literally happens like every single time. So that's going to do it for this video. I think we covered all of your big news, everything you need to know. I would again just say that things are going right at Tesla. I mean, there is nothing really going wrong right now. And while Tesla stock has acted like everything is going wrong, that is just a discount now in the share price. It has nothing to do with the company's fundamentals, what the company is doing, or products that they are launching. And from that perspective, I really like Tesla in the 350s here. Now, if we, for whatever reason, do get downside from here, then I would love Tesla even more in the low 300s. But I'm not going to argue with where the stock is today, and I am currently out buying more Tesla stock. Let me know what you guys think about this information down in the comment section of this video. Let me know what you think about Nvidia's new stake in WeRide. I should mention the stock is up like 100% today, so there's definitely a lot of attention on that. And Well, are you bullish in Tesla? Are you bearish? Are you just kind of on the sidelines here? Are you holding your positions? Let me know what you are doing with your money down below in the comment section. Have a great rest of your day and weekends. I will see you in the next one.